Hey everyone, welcome to Blaine and Katey's Guide to Japan. This is our 9th entry on our Hokkaido road winter trip, and we're bringing it to you here from the desk for the first time.
If you want to stay up to date on our videos, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. And if you find this video helpful to planning your trip to Japan, smash that like button so it can try to help other people as well. On this leg of our journey, we're going to Jigokudani, or Hell's Valley, up in Hokkaido. Now, leave us a comment down below if you think you know what this place smells like.
That's a weird question, Blaine.
It is.
Why would you ask that?
Because it smells bad.
Yeah.
Now, in the last episode, we had just left Hakodate, and we were driving up along the coast, and we saw the cutest little place. Just had a big brown sign on it with a cow. I think we stopped at like the convenience store next door and caught sight of it. We're like, we have to go.
So this adorable place was called the Milk Station, and it was run by this really sweet, adorable Japanese lady who's borderline obsessed with American culture, you could say.
The whole place was decorated in Coca-Cola and American flags.
And us being the Americans we are, she was so excited to greet us and talk to us about American culture and Coca-Cola products. It was really fun.
Moving on from there, we finally made it to Noboribetsu. Now, we arrived early, so we left our luggage with the hotel and decided to walk around the town. Now, this town is a lot larger than most of the onsen towns that we've been to, like Ginzen Onsen from the third video. It was a very small, very easy to walk around town. This one, a lot larger, still able to walk around, but by the end of it, we were ready for the baths.
So, of course, this was the winter time and everything's just covered in this beautiful blanket of snow. But it's also extremely dangerous. Everything was really icy and snowy. So you really want to make sure you bring really nice snow boots. We definitely recommend our Merrell boots. Ta-da! Seriously, these were such lifesavers throughout our entire winter trip. They have these really great ice gripping soles and things like that. They're super warm, really comfortable. Wore them for about like 90% of our trip. Anyway, if you guys are interested in buying these beautiful Merrell boots, we have an affiliate link down below where you can check them out and get your own beautiful pair.
One quick aside on having good boots. Twinning is super common in a lot of Asian cultures like Korea and Japan and China. And as we were traveling around the sides here in Jigokudani, there were some mountains and hills that had a little bit more of a steepness to them, and we were trudging along just fine. There was a couple that we came across and ended up passing in some of those really nice Timberland boots.
Oh, yeah.
They were slipping all over. They bought the designer ones, not the let's actually climb a mountain ones. So make sure if you do get boots and you want them to look good, make sure first and foremost that they're actually designed for traveling in ice and snow.
So then we made our way to the beautiful open air foot baths, which are legitimately just this hot river running through the wilderness. And you stick your feet in with all the other wildlife, and it's just a beautiful and almost surreal experience. Albeit not very warm in the wintertime. It was pretty cold, actually.
Yeah, it was probably like 100 degrees Fahrenheit or so, maybe.
Yeah.
Like a little bit warmer than body temperature, but definitely not like hot, like I was kind of expecting for a hot bath. Bring your room towel if you decide to go out to the foot baths. Otherwise, you're going to be walking around with wet feet.
Not good in the snow.
All along the path that winds up and around the mountains in the area, you'll just see steam coming out of the side of the mountain from all the sulfuric volcanic activity down below. And it's just beautiful to look at it billowing out. We finally made our way down to the Hell's Valley proper, which is kind of weird because it's barren and kind of brown and like there's not a lot of snow because that's really where like all the heat is emanating from. It's kind of fascinating to see. And if you guessed that our whole town here smells like sulfur, you win a prize.
Woo! The glory of a good guess.
The good guess glory, the GGG prize.
Or if you guess rotten eggs.
Also,
that's a good guess too.
Also a close guess, and this smell permeates the entire town. All over town, since it's called Hell's Valley, you find big, giant blue and red oni. Now, in Japanese folklore, an oni is sort of like an ogre monster creature. Primarily, these oni are here because they are the punishment givers in Japanese Buddhist hell.
No.
And so you'll see them depicted all over town with their clubs that they're using to punish the evildoers in the afterlife.
Smack people.
You know how Japanese cities have mascots? The mascot for this town is, of course, a cute little Oni.
I'm just gonna pinch their cheeks. They're so freaking cute.
And in the middle of the town is a place called Sengen Park. And in Sengen Park, they have a number of Oni clubs stacked up like statues. And in the very center, underneath the roadway, is a geyser, which every 2 hours, I think it was, released hot water and steam and just in a beautiful geyser-y fashion.
Yeah. So keeping with the whole hell's theme, there's this King Yama, which is this giant statue who judges people on whether they go to heaven or they go to hell. So we missed the performance of sorts, but this statue has this really bizarre feature where he's a head inside his stomach and his real head's like conveyor belt and switch places. So once he has his demon face on, you're going to the bad place. So if you guys go and see King Yama yourself, maybe try to stick around and see the performance and let us know how it was.
We had to get back to the hotel because it was just getting too cold. The hotel we stayed at was called Seki Suite, and this was the first time that we've stayed at what I can only describe as a massive ryokan. It had all the features of a traditional inn, meals included, tatami mat floor, and access to an onsen. However, it was huge. Big marble entryway. Our room was large and had a bathroom included. The onsen itself was on the 7th and the 8th floor of this place, along with a private one down in the basement. Everything you think of with a modern hotel, but with a Japanese inn theme.
For our dinner, it was this really awesome buffet style. They had everything from Western dishes to, traditional Japanese dishes. One of our most favorite items was this cute little tabletop grill of sorts. You could grab all your little meats and veggies and put it together and light your little candle. It's just kind of a little fun experience. We got some traditional Japanese foods like sashimi, soba, karage, or Japanese fried chicken. There's even this really cool teppanyaki style steak to order where the chef would cut it for you right there. Beautiful morsels of meat. It was delicious. And then for breakfast, it was also buffet style, but just a little bit more casual and lackluster in a way.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know when I'm going to get used to cold sausage for breakfast. As many times as we go to Japan, there's always the cold sausage and cold fish. And
yeah,
for me, if you cook the fish, serve it warm, I don't know. It's just something.
Just a Western thing. Small footnote.
The miso soup was good. So we finished our breakfast and spent our last few moments in the onsen because, let's be honest, anytime you're staying at a town like this, that's why you're there.
So we spent one night in Noboribetsu and continued on our way to Sapporo to see the beautiful snow festival. And Noboribetsu was a super worthwhile trip because we finally got to experience one of the bucket items on our list, to be in an open-air onsen with the snow falling on top of you. It was sincerely magical. And if anything struck you as interesting or noteworthy from this video, just let us know in the comments what you thought.
And if you have any questions about planning your trip to Noboribetsu or anything else Japan travel related, let us know down below and we'll give you a hand with your trip. Thanks for enjoying this episode of The Adventures of Blaine and Katey, and we look forward to seeing you next time with more from our trip to Hokkaido.
Bye everyone.
See ya.